Well, more fun news, guys, coming out of the Disney Parks blog today. Today they posted that the Main Street Electrical Parade it was an announcement saying that it was leaving Walt Disney World, that its run was ending at Walt Disney World. But for us over here on the West Coast, the important part of that announcement was that it was coming to Disneyland for a limited time run, a limited engagement. But this is, I can only imagine all of the all the children living inside of the old bodies like myself, people who have been around since, it closed in 1996, so anybody, at least, I would say you have to be at least 25 or 30 maybe to remember it live. So yeah, if you're of that age, then you remember the music and the floats and everything, and you're probably pretty excited about this news. The only question that I would have is, when? When are we getting it? And where? Is it going to DCA or is it going to Disneyland? I have a feeling, I'm 90% sure it's going to Disneyland because, we've lost Paint the Night as of September 5th. And then, by the way, they said it was leaving Disney World in October. And I think they went on to say later on that it's going to be at Disneyland in early 2017. So we are going to be a couple of months without a nighttime parade. But it makes sense that it goes to Disneyland to sort of replace, as it were, Paint the Night. Although people have been asking, we're not going to get a nighttime show? 'Cause when Paint the Night closed, that's what I was asking was, are we not going to get a nighttime show? And the answer to that is, probably will still, because Sound Sensational, if I'm not mistaken, ran at night because it gets dark early during the winter months because it would run twice a day. But so we'll get that for the winter, and then Main Street Electrical Parade early 2017. My guess is February. It just said a limited time run. It didn't say for how long, so I'm kind of wondering what that means. Probably long enough to get us to summer, I'm guessing, or at least out. Boy, yeah. What is limited time? I don't know, because it's got to be long enough for us to enjoy it, yet not so long that we don't get Paint the Night back. And by the way, that reminds me, we're hearing lots and lots of people confirming that they've spoken with people at Disney and that Paint the Night is coming back. It's going to be like a seasonal thing, which is good news. So yeah, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of getting Main Street Electrical Parade back? Does it satisfy you after having lost Paint the Night? For me, not so much, actually. I do obviously remember Main Street Electrical Parade, and I have fond memories of the music, of course, because the music is epic, and it's pure Disney, right? But having said that, I got enough of that in Paint the Night, and I prefer Paint the Night to the Electrical Parade, if only because it's just technically more interesting. I have not seen the Electrical Parade since I was a young man. I have not seen that parade. Wow, it's got to be 30 years for me. I don't remember it. I have to go look back at some old video or something like that, so I don't remember it that well. But I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you think about us getting the Main Street Electrical Parade back? Now, while I got you, I also heard some other news, not quite as big as this news, but I heard news that Disney has announced that there's going to be a new Blu-ray of Star Wars Force Awakens coming out with some new features, including audio commentary, which is great news. That's great, but it's also really upsetting to me because when did this start? When did this become a thing? It's dastardly what they do. They sell us two versions of these Blu-rays almost constantly. At least the big titles. And it upsets me that why couldn't you just, sell me a Blu-ray with no features on it at the beginning, and then sell me one later on with the special edition, because that's how it used to get done. It used to be you would get just the plain bare bones version of the movie, and then later on they'd come out with a special edition. That's what I did that with Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings came out, and I knew that there were special editions coming, so I didn't touch Lord of the Rings for, I don't know, it had to be like 6 months or something like that until those really nice fancy box sets came out. Anyway, what upsets me is that if you're gonna do this, if you're gonna sell us two versions of the movie, which Star Wars is notorious for doing, I don't know how many versions of this. 8 I've bought, maybe 8. At least put some time in between. Give me a year. That's not asking. Put a year between. Don't sell me a movie on Blu-ray and then sell me another one, with just a couple more features on it 3 months later. That's that's just mean. That's rude. That's rude. That's what that is. So, but I mean, at least we're getting an audio commentary because I do love those. So I will probably buy it and take it like everybody else will. But I'd like to hear your thoughts on that too, guys. What do you think? What do you think of Main Street Electrical Parade coming back? And what do you think of this nonsense that studios are doing with putting out back-to-back versions of movies, with special editions or whatever? Let me know what you guys think. Until next time, fresh baked and stuff.